Thank you very much. Tonight is a big night for us here on the show. This is a return visit for our guest. He's just back from England, where he's been appearing in a play. Now he's here to visit with us. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a real privilege to introduce Mr. Charles Laughton.
It's delightful to be with you again.
Well, what a privilege to see you again here on our show, and welcome home, sir.
Sir, for heaven's sake, Ernie, I'd hoped after appearing on your show last year and spending time with you socially and seeing a warm relationship develop between our families that you'd certainly feel enough of a rapport with me to address me as intimately as my own wife.
Well, all right. What does your wife call you?
Mr. Lawton.
You're joking with me. Now, come on. What does she really call you?
Big Daddy.
I think that's cute.
I rather like it myself.
Well, welcome home, Big Daddy. Maybe I better call you Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie, yeah. Charlie, now that you're home, Charlie, you're going to spend a little time with us, I hope.
Well, I got some television shows to do, Ernie, and then I've got a movie to do called Spartacus. Next May, I've got to go back to England again, to Stratford-on-Avon, where I have to have a shot at playing King Lear in the Midsummer Night's Dream.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Well, you sure work hard. You've got your nose to the grindstone all the time.
Well, I enjoy work, Ernie, as Charles Baudelaire so aptly put it. There's a remedy against all ills, poverty, sickness, and melancholy. Only one thing is absolutely necessary: a liking for work.
Ain't that the gospel truth?
It certainly is. And as Emerson said, the greatest homage we can pay to truth is to use it.
There's a pretty thought. Charles, how in the world do you remember all these proverbs and sayings? You just whip them out like that?
Well, I've always been interested in philosophers, Ernie. As a matter of fact, my constant companion is a book of quotations from the world's greatest thinkers. Thoreau, Montaigne, Plato.
Oh, yeah.
You have read them, of course.
No, I would like to say I had, but it would not be honest for me to lie about it.
Certainly not. Falsehood avails us naught. I quote, "Speak the truth, for it be known, and save yourself a broken bone."
Who said that?
Mrs. Lawton.
Oh.
On several occasions.
I'll tell you, I know what you're talking about now. You're getting through to me. It's impossible for a man to lie to his spouse.
How true.
Yes. I quote, "Show me a red-blooded man who lies to his wife, and I'll show you a red-blooded bleeding man."
How delightfully graphic. Who wrote that?
Hank Wobbly.
Hank Wobbly.
He's a noted philosopher.
Hank Wobbly.
He works in a feed store back in my hometown.
That name seems familiar to me.
Well, it should. Do you know that when you were on my show last time, you read some of his work, some of his poems?
I did so.
Now, let's see if you remember. I quote, "What a tasty thing a hog is, with mustard greens and grits on. Some like the ribs and some like the hocks, and some like the part he sits on."
I recognize the style. Then he wrote...
Oh, you remember one?
Yes, I think so. Let me see. "Some say a cow will give more milk in winter than in summer. I say don't give milk at all. You got to take it from her."
Great man. Great man. Well, that you do remember Hank Wobbly.
I should.
I hope it hasn't upset you that I've reminded you of Hank
certainly
Wobbly.
not. As a matter of fact, since my appearance in your show, I've made quite a study of some of these bucolic Byrons. It has been a delightful and enlightening experience.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Well, that makes me happier than a duck in a barrel full of June bugs. And you know that since you were on my show last time, I have become interested in the classics.
You really have, Ernie?
Especially Shakespeare.
Well, that makes me happier than James Mason in a room full of cats.
I enjoy reading, what do you call him?
The Bard.
The Bard. I enjoy it. Hamlet.
Oh, yes.
King Lear.
Oh, yes.
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, it's a beautiful play.
Oh, yeah. You remember the last scene? The last scene. Now, there's Juliet stretched out there, colder than a kraut crock. Well, Romeo thinks she's dead.
Oh, it's a very touching and very moving scene.
He thinks she's dead, so he walks over and drinks a dipper full of that poison pond water. Well, that lays him out for fair. He's happy. Well, Juliet comes around then, remember?
Yeah.
When she grabs that great big toad stabber he's got, that great... Isn't that big knife it is? Big thing. She grabs that thing and stabs herself just about 3 inches below the acidity bag.
I'm really glad to know that you enjoy the classics, Ernie, in your own way.
Oh, I do. Since your wonderful readings, I thought I'd better catch up on mine.
Well, I hope you like what I've brought to read to you tonight.
I'm sure we will. Is it something from Shakespeare?
No, it's a contemporary poem by Edgar A. Guest.
Oh, I like his stuff. It's wonderful. Here. There you are. William. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charles Lawton reading from the works of Edgar A. Guest.
Asafoetida by Edgar A. Guest.
Did you say acidity?
I did.
Do you mean that Edgar A. Guest wrote a little poem about that little sack we carry around our necks full of all the herbs and spices and all
If
that?
I'm lying, I'm dying.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on.
I wonder if they make it still, that old-time guard against every ill, that drug called asafoetida our mothers made us wear. In our departed yesterday we carried asafoetida in little bags about our necks, all ailments to avoid. Then grown-ups sniffed and turned away and wished that we'd run out to play, for children in a heated room could not be long enjoyed. Oh, grandson, when you older grow, rejoice it was your luck to know a sweeter, kindlier way to health than that on me compelled. Be glad and very grateful, too, that you're not forced the winter through to smell of asafoetida the way your grandpa smelled.
Charles, that was wonderful. Charming thing. You know, you seem to fit so well everywhere, you know. I was going to do a little song right here, but I was wondering if you would do one with me.
I was hoping you'd say that, Ernie. I just love those country songs.
Do
I've
you?
been studying up on them.
Really?
You know, I like that country beat.
Do you?
Yeah.
Hey!
You train! Yeah! Yeah! Get along, you slovenly beasts! Yeah!